Calgary, sex abuse survivor and former Calgary Flames player Theo Fleury is adamant, the federal government doesn't care about supporting survivors of sexual abuse and trauma. The political leaders and political people who I talk about, they don't really care. They care about anything but, he said, referencing the mental health impacts on Fort McMurray residents from the 2016 wildfire in the northern Alberta city. Former NHLer Theo Fleury talks to reporters as he arrives at Peterborough's Memorial Centre in 2013 for the annual Victor Walk to build support for sex abuse survivors. Clifford Scarstedt Jr. Peterborough Examiner file photo. Theo Fleury shared his personal story last year at the Committee of Youth Officers Conference in Niagara Falls, ONT. He's joined by author and therapist Kim Bruthel on stage, Bob Timchish and St. Catherine's standard file photo. He leveled his critique as part of a larger discussion with Star Metro Calgary on Tuesday about political leaders, no matter their party, who, he says, ignore the mental health needs of survivors of sexual abuse and trauma. We don't work for the government works for us. And that somehow gets lost when political parties get in power. It's because they cater to the 1%, and they don't cater to the hard-working people they picket while they're in power to pay for their stupidity, he said. Read more. Article continued below. Theo Fleury talks sobriety, sexual abuse, healing with honest abuse made there and Fleury a raging lunatic. Theo Fleury's full victim impact statement in a tweet from Saturday that he has since deleted. Fleury posted a photo of Justin Trudeau wearing a plaid shirt and a white cowboy hat. He wrote with the photo, "I saw Mr. Dressup was in Calgary last week, pretending he cares about the West. That cowboy hat you wear represents oil. We need less government and more free enterprise here." This week, Fleury is doing the annual Victor Walk, which started in Fort McMurray on Tuesday. Article continued. Beloved survivors of sexual abuse and their supporters join Fleury as he walks from community to community in a different province each year. 2018 he's in Alberta. After Lac La Biche, Cold Lake, Drumheller and Medicine Hat, he'll finish the walk in Calgary on Saturday. The event functions as a safe space where sex abuse survivors, if they choose, can share their stories so as to begin their healing processes, Fleury said. In 2009, he went public about how former junior hockey coach Graham James abused him while he was a member of the Western Hockey League's Moose Jaw Warriors. He has since worked as an advocate for sex abuse and trauma survivors. Part of that includes working with the Breaking Free Foundation, a non-profit that helps survivors with therapy. He says his critique of the federal government is connected to the Victor Walk and supporting survivors because of what he calls the country's run-over mental health system. Experienced trauma is connected with mental health issues and addictions, he said. There's not enough resources, there's not enough therapists, there's not enough centers. So, instead of giving $1 billion away to some foreign entity or foreign government, that $1 billion would pretty much solve the mental health crises in Canada, he said. Hence the Breaking Free Foundation's long-term goal, giving sex abuse and trauma survivors free treatment and support. Part of that will be accomplished by the walk, Fleury said, which is raising funds for the cause.